Good morning, Heart of Illinois. We have three breaking stories as we come on the air this morning. A semi has overturned on Interstate 74 eastbound. This is just east of exit 82 around mile marker 85, blocking all eastbound traffic right now on 74 as you see that live look right there. The Peoria County Dispatch confirms that the semi-flatbed trailer overturned earlier this morning. There's no word on when Interstate 74 eastbound will reopen. Traffic is being diverted at this time. Illinois State Police and IDOT are on the scene. Again, it's unclear what caused that semi to overturn. Also breaking at this 6:30 half hour, one person is injured after a shooting on the campus of Western Illinois University in Macomb. A university spokeswoman says they were called to Thompson Hall around 10:40 Tuesday night after a report of a shooting, adding the shooting was the result of a dispute between roommates. The victim was taken to the hospital. Their condition is unknown at this time.
A lot of the students that we had relocated to Western Hall have since gone elsewhere to stay. The students are safe. We haven't had any disruption in telephone service, so we want our parents and students to communicate with one another. We want our parents to communicate with their students directly.
Officials have identified this person as a suspect, 18-year-old Kavion Poplis, who the university says is a freshman. He is considered armed and dangerous as the search for this individual continues. All classes for today have been canceled at Western Illinois University, and a press conference is scheduled for 9 a.m. this morning. Also, Stark County authorities were asking for your help in finding a missing teenager. The family of 14-year-old Jonathan Becker tells Heart of Illinois ABC that he was last seen, at least that we heard earlier, around 9 a.m. last night. Now, I am just getting word. This is not confirmed that he may have been found and he may have turned himself in. But if you have any information, please call Stark County Sheriffs at 309-286, the Stark County Sheriff at 309-286-2551. We will continue to track down more details as we learn more this morning. And with that said, good morning and thanks for waking up with us. This is Good Morning Illinois. I'm Donnie Tillman. Jessica Cook is on assignment.
And I'm meteorologist Audrey. Leigh. A busy morning, but we're going to see that sunshine in the forecast. Still a hazy skies in the area. We'll continue to see that. You can see at Wildlife Prairie Park, the sun is rising right now, but you can't see it due to the hazy skies that are in the upper atmosphere. But 56 right now in Peoria, 54 in Bloomington Normal, so a bit cooler. You might need a sweater as you head out that door. And this cutie, Leo, is going to give us green paws, sunny skies, but like I said, hazy outside and 80 degrees for today.
The Heart of Illinois ABC Traffic Spy is brought to you by Garber Heating and Air Conditioning, your home comfort specialists.
There is an accident on I-74 if you're headed eastbound from Galesburg into the Peoria area. So your quickest way is to take a detour for I-74. That will save you a lot of time. You can get off at Kickapoo and Edwards exit, and that'll be quicker because right now from Galesburg to Peoria, 57 minutes, and it's increasing as we speak. Average speed right now people are driving is under 25 miles per hour. So the quickest route is Kickapoo Edwards Road to 150 and back on the Illinois Route 6 to get to the I-74 474 interchange.
All right, thank you, Audrey. Also happening right now, Hurricane Sally making landfall as a Category 2 hurricane near Gulf Shores, Alabama, bringing with it life-threatening flooding and 105-mile-per-hour winds. You're taking a live look at Pensacola, Florida right now, where the hurricane, again, made landfall about a half hour ago or so. As the storms creep toward inland, images are now coming in of it ripping massive river gambling boats loose from their docks in Alabama and causing a collision between a barge and a bridge that was closed by authorities who were preparing for Hurricane Sally to strike. Air quality now a massive concern for millions out west as 3 of the cities there now rank among the most polluted in the world. Officials in Portland, Oregon giving out hundreds of thousands of N95 masks. 1 out of every 10 hospitalizations is due to deteriorating air quality. Doctors telling ABC's Kaylee Hartung the symptoms are similar to the coronavirus.
We're seeing a lot more people with productive cough, dry cough, shortness of breath.
A lot of those symptoms sounding like they overlap with COVID-19.
It's difficult to tell at first who has COVID-19 and who has an irritant from the pollution.
Over 70 wildfires are active in 10 states and more lives are lost. Another death announced in the Northern California North Complex West Zone fire, bringing the total lives lost to more than 24. And this is just into the newsroom. ABC News has confirmed that the Big Ten Conference is expected to announce this morning that football will return next month. That decision was made after several days of debate among the university's presidents and chancellors in light of spiking cases at colleges and universities throughout the country. Of course, we'll continue to have much more for you throughout the day here on Heart of Illinois ABC. Now to the Capitol Bureau, where federal prosecutors from Chicago have given state lawmakers approval to move forward with their legislative investigation into Speaker Mike Madigan. That investigation is into Madigan's possible connection to a ComEd bribery scheme. Both sides of the aisle agreed to document their conversation in memos for the committee and public, but Republicans leaked information from the call, noting Madigan could be called for testimony. And that Welch says this process shouldn't be used for political points.
We can call a whole bunch of witnesses and pretty much not ask them any questions about what they've received from the government. And so the Republicans know that. So they put out a false narrative.
Representative Welch says the U.S. Attorney's Office wants the committee to stay away from any confidential materials or testimony in possession of the federal government. That includes names of individuals who are unnamed or only described in ComEd's deferred prosecution agreement. Illinois lawmakers are highlighting possible changes to sentencing practices. This was part of a series of hearings for criminal justice reforms many hope to see up for debate during veto session this fall. Truth in sentencing and mandatory minimums are two of the key practices lawmakers are looking to change within the justice system. Illinois' truth in sentencing policy requires individuals to serve at least 85% of their sentence, and it frequently leads to longer time behind bars. Criminal justice advocates note about 45% of the state's prison population is under truth in sentencing restrictions. The majority of those serving time under this category are people of color.
You can repeal it if you chose to. You could adjust the percentages down as Senator Sims has proposed so that instead of serving 85 or 75, you serve less.
Kathy Smaltmarch also suggests lawmakers could create an opportunity for individuals to earn sentence credits. A mechanism is currently in place allowing those serving 75% of their sentence to earn credits, dropping their time to 65% of the sentence. The Illinois State's Attorneys Association supports criminal justice reform, but members also express victims could be in danger if offenders are let out early. Leaders in McLean County may soon require protesters to get a permit before holding a protest or rally. A new ordinance has support from McLean County Sheriff John Sandich, who says it's a matter of safety for his staff. That ordinance will require any public gathering on county property to get a permit at least 30 days in advance. Sandich says this will allow them to know who the organizers are, when and where they will be, and to ensure county property is protected. There have been several demonstrations at the jail in recent months. One woman was hit by a man who drove his motorcycle through a crowd.
Our concern here at the courthouse is we also have the jail. We don't want any type of situation, protest, rally, whatever, that could possibly restrict entrance into the Law and Justice Center or the jail. Honestly, I don't understand what the big deal is.
Sheriff Sandich says the city of Bloomington has a similar ordinance for their property. However, according to board chairman Andrew Rand, Peoria County has no restrictions for a public demonstration, only for an event similar to the Taste of Peoria. And we have updated breaking news that missing Stark County teenager has been found alive. Stark County sheriffs confirm 14-year-old Jonathan Becker was found safe early this morning. We'll continue to bring you more details throughout the day here on Heart of Illinois ABC. A murder trial underway in Peoria County. We head into the courtroom in about 7 minutes, and we check in with local restaurants on what they're doing to prepare for outdoor dining when it gets colder.
The Heart of Illinois ABC Traffic Spy is brought to you by Garber Heating and Air Conditioning, your home comfort specialists.
There is a traffic backup on Interstate I-74 eastbound near mile marker 86.5. So there is a slowdown. So they want you to take the detour, which would be at exit 82 for Kickapoo and Edwards. You can take it to 150/War Memorial Drive and get back on the Illinois Route 6 to I-74. That will be the quickest route. So that travel time, if you're coming from Galesburg, I put red on that, so 57 minutes right now if you're waiting in that traffic headed to the Peoria area, so eastbound. But if you take that detour, it's going to take you a lot quicker, and it might only slow you down by 10 minutes, but definitely much quicker. So make sure you do consider to take that detour since there is a truck down on the road. But let's take a look at those local temperatures right now across the area. You can actually see we're pretty much all across the 50s right now. 55 in Pontiac, 54 in Bloomington Normal, 51 in Galesburg, 52 in Lincoln. So we're really all over the 50s. So we're going to stay in the 50s as you head out that door. We're going to be in the higher 50s, a bit cloudy and also hazy outside. But it's just going to be like what we saw yesterday. And look at today's temperature, 80 degrees for a high. Also notice for tomorrow, we are looking at 71 degrees. So we dropped down by 9 degrees due to a cold front. So we're going to be on a roller coaster ride. Look at this, 80 degrees down to 71 for tomorrow. Then 68 heading into your weekend for Friday. So fall-like conditions. And we pick back up starting into the next work week to 73 degrees. But it doesn't look like we're going to see 80 degrees much anymore. So we just got to get through today, and we're going to start seeing those fall-like conditions. Hurricane Sally did make landfall just a few hours ago, and it is slowing down. You can see it is decreasing over the past few hours, but still, there's going to be a lot of flooding over there. So you got to pray for the people that are being affected about that. But then we are seeing this high pressure system still in this area. We are on the warm side. That's why we're seeing that 80 degrees. But notice this cold front up here, that's going to push down. You can actually see that overnight. It pushes down. We increase in clouds overnight. And then notice some green starts appearing right in front of that cold front. That's going to be a stray shower or two for tonight, but it's really not promising to see any rain. There's really not going to be much rain, so if we get anything, make sure you appreciate it, because that's really going to be our only rain chance for the next 10 days. Looking at the smoke forecast, you can see out west in Oregon, California, all the red that is popping up, that's the heavy smoke. The blue is still smoke, but it's not as heavy. But taking a closer look, you can see there is some green just south of Peoria that is occurring. So that means it's getting a little bit heavier, but it is not at the surface. It's in the upper atmosphere, meaning that you can see some hazy skies. But I did put for the air quality today at a moderate due to that green occurring in the smoke forecast. So if you have any respiratory issues, you might be sneezing, you might be coughing a little bit, but mostly you should be okay with that. It's not going to be as heavy as what it is out west. But 80 degrees for today, slight rain chance overnight into tomorrow, but look at those temperatures. We're looking at 71 degrees, 68 heading into your weekend, and 73 on Sunday, and fall is on Tuesday.
All right, thank you, Audrey. And as you mentioned, fall, local restaurants are planning ahead so they can continue providing outdoor service in the colder months. Restaurants have already invested into their businesses to keep up with social distancing guidelines, but colder temperatures require even more changes. In case customers are not comfortable dining inside, owners are working to make outside dining work in the cold.
We are hoping to provide some heaters, some space heaters, so that we can extend the amount of time that we're able to spend outside. In order to survive this pandemic, we have to make investments back in that allow our customers to continue to come and enjoy our services.
If you're skeptical about dining inside during the peak of winter, you can still support local restaurants by ordering takeout. The Illinois State University Police Department is warning its campus of another incident, this time shots fired. Normal police responded to reports of shots fired in the 700 block of Franklin around 9:30 Monday night. They did find a shell casing in the area, but there were no reported injuries or damage to property. Anyone with information can call Normal Police or McLean County Crime Stoppers. Time now 6:47, and the trial of the young man connected to the 2019 homicide in Peoria is underway. 19-year-old Doyle Nelson is facing 2 charges of first-degree murder in connection to the fatal shooting of 16-year-old Zarias Fair that was last year in the East Bluff neighborhood on East Fry in Peoria. 15-year-old Xavion Marks was found guilty of killing Fair last October. His sentencing hearing is on October 13th. A Peoria man receives a maximum sentence in federal court for drug distribution linked to a local death. 51-year-old David Major was sentenced for a conspiracy to distribute heroin and fentanyl and possession of both with the intent to distribute. A judge ruled a 2018 overdose death in Pekin was connected to David Major. He now receives a maximum sentence of 20 years. An ISU student is dead after a weekend crash in DeWitt County. Our news partners at WJBC report the crash happened between 8:30 and 11 Sunday morning on Interstate 74 east of Farmer City. The victim was identified as 29-year-old Enoch Bohr. The DeWitt County coroner said Bohr died from cranial and internal injuries in the crash. He is confirmed to be an ISU student at the time of his death. 3 people were taken to the hospital after a crash in Fulton County. Illinois State Police say it happened just after noon Tuesday on Route 9, about a half-mile east of Elliott Road. 3 cars were involved in that crash. One driver, 17 years of age, a girl from Cuba, was taken to a local hospital with serious injuries. An 86-year-old woman from Canton and a 68-year-old woman from Pekin were also taken to the hospital. The state police are investigating the crash for potential charges. Making Peoria better through conversation and your input. How you can be part of the big table in about 3.5 minutes. Welcome back, Cardiff, Illinois. Time now is 6:52. One Peoria City Councilman is not seeking re-election next year. Instead, he's thinking about running for mayor. District 4 Councilmember Jim Montalago made the announcement Tuesday on his Facebook page. He says he's had a great run as a councilman over the last 8 years, but he says, quote, now is the time to move up or move out of the way. Montalago says he'll decide on running for mayor in the next few weeks. Entrepreneurship, innovation, inclusion, and quality of life, all topics you can take on at the big table. It's a virtual community building event for the greater Peoria area. It spans 4 days, now scheduled for October 19th through the 22nd. It's intended to push proactive conversations with community members and the leaders that serve them with your input needed. This will be the second discussion designed to generate a shared vision and direction for business, entertainment, and diversity. The big table serves the Peoria, Pekin, Morton, Washington, and East Peoria communities, and all are welcome to the virtual 4-day October event. A check of this morning's top stories is still ahead, and Audrey has a final check of your precision forecast and traffic.
Coming up here on GMA, we are inside Sally, which made landfall earlier this morning near Gulf Shores, Alabama. I'm in Mobile, and you can see right behind me those waves. That's not Mobile Bay. That is actually the Mobile River moving like that. We anticipate more storm surge. We've already seen more than 2 feet of rain in some parts of northwest Florida, and that life-threatening flash flooding and surge is going to continue for the next couple of hours. Sally moving so slow still. It'll start to pick up some pace, but even places like Montgomery, Alabama, going to see major impacts from inland flooding. I'll have the track. We've got Rob on the ground in Pensacola. So much coming up right here on GMA.
All right, it's coming up in just a couple of minutes, but first, 3 breaking stories. A semi has overturned on Interstate 74 eastbound, just east of exit 82, blocking all eastbound traffic. The Peoria County Dispatch confirms that a semi-flatbed trailer overturned earlier this morning. There's no word yet on when Interstate 74 eastbound will reopen. ISP and IDOT are on the scene and rerouting traffic at exit number 82. It's unclear, again, what caused that semi to overturn. An overnight shooting at Thompson Hall at Western Illinois University in Macomb leaves 1 student in the hospital and an 18-year-old freshman being sought by police. A university spokeswoman says the shooting took place around 10:40 Tuesday night after a dispute between roommates. All classes at Western Illinois University in Macomb have been canceled. And a missing Stark County teenager has been found alive. Stark County sheriffs confirmed 14-year-old Jonathan Becker was found safe early this morning. We'll continue to bring you more details throughout the day. Also, ABC News has confirmed the conference, the Big Ten conference that is expected to announce this morning that football will return next month. That decision was made after several days of debate among the university's presidents and chancellors in light of spiking cases at colleges and universities across the country.
If you're heading out that door, we're seeing mid-50s right now, sunshine, but look how hazy it is. But beautiful sunrise with the red sun, and 80 degrees for today. The hazy, but look at tomorrow, 71 degrees, and heading into your weekend, the higher 60s. And fall is on Tuesday, and we're looking at 78 degrees, and that sunshine sticks with us.
The Heart of Illinois ABC Traffic Spy is brought to you by Garber Heating and Air Conditioning, your home comfort specialists.
Accident on Interstate 74 eastbound near mile marker 86, so take the detour on exit 82 to get to 150 to get back onto the Illinois 6 to I-74 to interchange.
All right, thank you, Audrey. Of course, we have much more taking place today right here on Heart of Illinois ABC. For Audrey Leigh, I'm Donnie Tillman. Have a great day.